Then what is economy? Now we have discussed economics according to Robbins. Okay, we have studied how economics give us idea about human behavior, income and expenditure, resources. Okay, now what is economy? We are going to study what is economy. And economy is a system that manages the production. So economy is a system. Okay, it is not a individual identity. It is a system that manages the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. Okay, in a basic way, we can say an economy is a system. An economy is a system that manages the production. Production means manufacture. Okay, goods and services. Product. We take an example of our mobile phone, our mobile, or we can say take an example of laptop, our TV set, okay, our t-shirts, our clothes, they are manufactured somewhere, okay, somewhere they are manufactured. So economy is a system that manages the production of product. Production means the process of manufacturing, the process of producing the product, okay, products such as mobile, laptop, computers, okay, etc. Then distribution means after manufacturing the product should reach the consumer or customer. So it requires distribution to various region or various areas. Okay, and consumption of goods and services. Consumption means use of goods and services. Means an economy is a system that manages the production. Production means the process of produce or manufacturing. Then distribution means the product should reach the consumer or customer, and consumption of goods and services. Consumption means use. Okay, customer are going to use the product. Okay, I am going to use laptop, I am going to use mobile, I am going to use clothes. Okay, that is consumption because I am using that product. So economy is a system of that manages the production, distribution and consumption. Okay, production, distribution and consumption. First, production. The creation of goods and services, whether through manufacturing, agriculture or other means. Okay, see, production. Production means creation of goods and services, whether through manufacturing, agriculture, products are also there, and other means. Okay, because various types of product we need. These are our needs and want. Okay, so production. Then distribution, how goods and services are allocated and made available. Okay, how goods and services means products are allocated means distribute to different types, different parts of country. Okay, and made available to customer, consumer. Consumer means who use that product, that goods and services. Then consumption, the use of goods and services. Use. Okay, consumer is going to use the product because it's their needs and want. Then now types of economy. Okay, before types of economy, we have discussed introduction to economics. In introduction to economics, we have discussed income. Income means the process of earning money. Expenditure means how money is spent. And family finance. Family finance means the complete earning of money and its spending pattern and how they use resources. Okay, because demand is more than supply. Resources like time, land, air, water. Okay, then family management give birth to economics. Okay, then we have discuss on economics. What is economics? Economics give us idea about about human behavior. Okay, it is defined by Robbins. Human behavior, how we use resources, because resources are in limited way. Okay, and human desire are in infinite. Then income, then expenditure means how he spend money, how he use money. Okay, economics means family management. Okay, then economy is system. Okay, human needs and wants means product. We use product, we use resources give birth to product. Product are manufactured to the use of resources. Okay, and economics economy is a system that manage production means creation of goods and services. Distribution means how goods and services are available. Then consumption means use of various types of product. That's a human needs and want. Then we are going to study types of economy. Okay. The first is there are three types of economy: capitalist economy, socialist economy, mixed economy. Okay, capitalist economy. In this type of economy, private individuals and businesses own the means of production. Okay, production. Who decide? Who take the decision in capitalist economy? Private individual. Okay, main important point to remember: private individual take the decision of production and decide what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. And the main important target or their goal is only profit. Okay, the main aim to manage or to produce the product, to manufacturing the product, to distribute the product is profit. They only want profit. So the main goal is profit. Such type of economy is known as capitalist economy. Countries like Germany, Japan, and USA had adopted such type of economy. So in capitalist economy, the private individual and businesses they only take the decision. Factor affecting on economy. There are some factors that affect economy. Economy is a system. Okay, now you understand economy is a system that manages the process of production of goods, distribution of goods, and we consume. Okay, but the important process economy manage is production, distribution, and consumption. Now factor there are some factors that affect economy means that affect this system. First, occupation. Okay, occupation means which type of job, uh, do you work either in government sector or in, do you own your business, uh, or you work in the private sector. These are some types of occupation. So employment means doing work. Okay, employment means the total number of people, the total number of candidate graduated, and how much candidate are working. Okay, we can monitor or we can assess the number of candidate who are working, and that working candidate, total number of working people contributes to employment. Employment means doing work. Okay, employment means doing work. That's occupation. Employment lead to economic growth. Yes, employment. If you work, you earn money. You earn money, you spend money. You spend money, you consume goods and services. You consume goods and services, you give money to that person who sell or who give you the services or goods. Okay, and indirectly economic growth is made. Okay, economy develop means Employment is an important factor in determining a country's gross domestic product. Higher employment rates generally correlate with higher GDP. GDP means gross domestic product. Okay, while period of high unemployment can lead to decline in GDP. GDP means how much country, how much country product earn money. Okay, how much growth, economic growth is made by that country. So high number of employment, high number of uh, people who are doing work, who are earning money, who are spending money. This whole process contributes to gross domestic product, GDP. Okay, higher the GDP, higher the economic growth of that country. So occupation play a very important role, because when there is occupation, people will consume more number of product. People will satisfy their own needs and wants because they have money. Okay, they have money. Okay, it is not the thing, because how much they earn money, they are going to satisfy their needs and wants in their own boundaries, but they are going to satisfy their needs and wants because actually they are earning money, they are doing work. And then function of an economy, the final point is how economy function. Factors affecting economy we are studying. Okay, how population, geographical area, huh, employment, occupation impact economy. Now of any country. Now production, function of an economy. Okay, as we have studied, economy is the process. Actually, economy is the process which manages production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. Okay, now function, we are going to study that system. Economy, production, creation of goods and services. Okay, if there was no economy, then how production, consumption, or distribution was going to manage? No. Okay, so in order to manage production, how does manufacturing take place? The use of natural resources, the allocation of natural resources, the use of natural resources in a very meaningful and correct way, in a very meaningful way, because demand is high than supply. So economy manages the production, because economy tell us, tell people, tell country, tell businesses that how you can use resources in a very correct way, in a very meaningful way, to create goods and services, and that contributes to production of that product, of production of that goods. Allocation, this means choosing what goods and services to produce and how much of each given the available resources. Okay, allocation means resources are available and how available resources can be used in a meaningful way to create goods and services. Allocation of resources. Who give idea about allocation of resources? Economy. Then distribution. Distribution means once the product is manufactured, goods and services are ready, they must be distributed to various part of country. So for use, made make available such goods and services for consumers, so that they can satisfy their needs and want. They can use means consumption. So function of an economics start from managing resources, how resources can be used in a very meaningful way, how production takes place. Okay, then distribution. Okay, and then it is made available to consumer who consume it. Okay, so that it was all about economy. First, economy is a system that manages production, distribution, and consumption. Consumption we consume. Then factors: occupation, geographical area, okay, resources, available resources, how we how that system uses resources to produce product, distribution,